I do hope everybody is very, very well, and welcome to my Friday frolic. And I hope you've all managed to escape the horrible stormy weather, even in Bradford. Yes, we've had an absolute glut load of rain, but let's not try and let it dampen our spirits as we get close and head off into what we class the weekend. So let's have a look at who's in the chat as we get ready for the start of our Friday frolic. See who's in the chat, and we have the one and the only the legend that is our Billy Kershaw. Hello, my Runnymede. How are you? I love Desla. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. This seems interesting. I've sent you an email from my Yahoo account. Yes, that's my real name. It contained an MP4 video for you. I will give that a good look at. I'd say for the last few days I've been busy doing a bit of you could say sort of like what's the word I'm after? It's just escaped my head now. I would just sort of like going through a video, sort of like editing it. That's the word I was after. So I was going to try and get it done for this week, but with what's happened in Manchester, I'm thinking it might be a bit too close. So I think I will hold it off till Monday. But it's quite an interesting one. So, but anyway. Hello there, my friend, cousin. It hope you well. I will certainly look that one up. So thank you for that, my dear friend. Hello, my friend. Hello, Ellie. I hope you're very, very well, my friend. And same to you, Scott. Hello, my good man. I hope you're very, very well. Very well. And good afternoon, John O'Sullivan. From a very stormy Tipperary. I get the feeling we might be heading our way tomorrow-ish or somewhere. So I've got to go to the doctor for my flu jab. Yes, I'm getting to that age in my life now where they don't trust me to survive any flu, so I've got to have a flu jab. But anyway, so I get a funny feeling that'll be heading tomorrow, and if not, possibly Sunday, and I'll be out Sunday as well. So it could be a rain jacket, hat, and woolly gloves for me. And hello, yes, hello, my lovely daughter. Have you now dried off from your excursions of the day and coming home a little bit wet from what you've been? Oh well, apart from it being really bad weather, I hope you've had a lovely day doing whatever you were needed to be doing today anyway. So hello, my lovely daughter. Hello, David Dunford. Hope you're well. Good to see you, my good man. I hope you're very, very well. And hello, my good friend. Wake up and smell the rosemaries. How are you doing? And hello, geezers. How are you doing, my dear friend? Hope you're very, very well. And we have Ali Watson. Hello, my good man. Painting the lounge today. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have to say, when it comes to all like that, I do tend to leave that for other people, because when it comes to my sense of colour and stuff like that, it's not. It leaves a lot to be desired, I suppose you could say. I'm one of these where I know I really, really annoy and frustrate my wife, because she'll have an idea, and she's one of these where she'll think, right, I have an idea, right, I've got to get into it, get sorted, and that's what she does. She'll do whatever she wants to do, and then she'll say, "Do you like it?" Yeah, that's all right. It says, and then she'll just look at me with that look of disdain, as if to say, you don't care, do you? As long as you like it, and as long as you're happy, my darling, I'm happy. And then that annoys her even more. Just the way I am. You know, it's just something where when it comes to all like that, I just think, yeah, if you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. Never mind. Hello, my good man. Hello, one of my fantastic moderators. How are you doing, Mad Monk? Hope you're very, very well. Good to see you. And give a good thumbs up for my all of my fantastic moderators, be it Mad Monk Zhao and the legend that never sleeps, Alistair Kerr. You could go to some far outreach live stream in Tahiti and you'll see Alistair as one of the moderators. Yes, everywhere. And we have the Prime Minister in the real Prime Minister, Sir Larry the Cat. How you doing? How do, my good man? Hope you're very, very well. And hello, Archie Asminov. How you doing? Afternoon from a very, very wet, windy Glasgow. Strangely enough, I spent I think when me and my wife spent a weekend in Scotland, we spent an afternoon in Glasgow. I have to say it was a bit of a strange decision to make. I think they should have basically done it to they should have done it to basically on the first day instead of the last 4 or 5 hours before we're heading home, because it was early morning. We got there for 9 o'clock. We were heading off home at 1, and it was basically on a Monday morning. No, we're hardly open. I just thought a bit of a shame, really. Sounds a bit of what. But I did enjoy going to is it the Riverside Museum in Glasgow? I enjoyed that. Looking at that magnificent ship, that was really, 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 really good, and I enjoyed. My wife, we enjoyed the wonderful stuff that we saw in the museum. I think there were a couple of floors, but with my mobility, we just stuck to the first floor. But stuff we saw now was, it brought back memories, especially with there's that little bit of a side part where you've got all them ZX Spectrum games, and I looked at all them boxes, for ZX Spectrum games, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, that brought me back to my youth. So I enjoyed that. That was really, really good. And hello, one Gerard. How are you doing, my good friend? Well, it's good to see you. Good to see you back. Hope you're very, very well. No worries, and don't worry about it. Where have you been? I've been, pottering about. I've been doing. I tend to do the odd couple of uploads during the week, best I can. I'm a little bit more selective in what I choose really, because when you're a one-man band and you've got to do all your uploading, all your recording, and do all your everything, right down to your thumbnails and titles, it can take its time, and you won't believe how much you have to go through to get it all sorted and done. So before I used to be doing about 1 or 2 a day. But thing is, though, in them days, there were a lot happening, and there was just so much going on. You could get away with it, but nowadays, if I decided to sort of like basically keep myself in the House of Commons, nothing really happens. It's you just think, can I make a video out of that, this one, out of that one? No, not really. So, but I have to say that my last upload, I was quite surprised with that one. Being with it just to basically council clip of a council meeting. I thought, well, if I get a couple of thousand views out of that, I will be happy with that. I'll be very pleased with that, because it's not exactly a sort of thing people are going to go on YouTube. Oh, I just wonder what happened. Wonder what happened at Warwickshire County Council. Right, I'll just go on YouTube. So, but last time I looked, it got about 42,000 views. So I was absolutely stunned. To be fair, it were a cracking bit of a clip. Absolutely beauty. That councillor, if I remember rightly, her name was Sarah Bold. She absolutely tore a strip off that George Finch. Absolutely brilliant. It was just a joy to behold. Watch her. And she took no slabber from that chair. That chair as well. And you know, when you look at someone, you think yourself, that guy he reminds me of somebody. Why does he remind me of someone? And as I'm looking through the comments, where somebody said she took no lip from Harold Bishop, and I thought, yes, Harold Bishop. He looked like Harold Bishop, and it would have been the sort of thing Harold Bishop would have actually said as well, wouldn't it? Him and Madge having an argument. She's gone hell for leather at him, tearing a strip off him, and then he just paused for a minute. There's a lot of passion in this discussion here. Oh, this is so funny. What do I say? What do I say? How do I get out of this? I'm getting my arse on it to me. There's a lot of passion in here. But anyway, hello, one Gerard. Hope you're well. And we have the one, the only, the legend that is the rantastic, fantastic Dave McGuinness from the fantastic podcast. Yeah, I suppose it is a podcast. They do the live streams on the two Davies, and they do live streams with all the perspective of Scottish politics, and like I've always said, they've probably forgotten more than I'll ever know. And it's absolutely not only informative and very interesting as well. So if you're also very, very lucky, you'll see the rantastic Dave McGuinness have a fantastic rant, and they are a joy to behold. So please like and subscribe to their fantastic channel. They do some brilliant work. So good to see you, my good man. Hello, Steve Binning. How are you, my friend? Storm Amy's just making her presence felt in the Glasgow area. Well, in the Bradford area, it's quite mild. It's just teaming it down. It's absolutely bucketing it down. But I'll be expecting it to make an appearance tomorrow. So I hope you're well, my dear friend. And we have the one and the only. It's Bell Coffee. It's most from the standpoint of water. You know, they say it's the wettest I've ever been in my large life. The wind is phenomenal, but I still don't try. If this carries on, only bad happens. Bigly bad. Hello, Bella Coffee. How are you, my friend? And hello, Dennis Pennis. How are you? And exactly, happy Friday. And I have can't leave out Charlie Cat Fan Club. Certainly can't, can we? Hello, my friend. Hello, Frederick K. How are you doing, my friend? Everyone, hope you're all good. Yes, we're all very, very well. And lots, to be honest, this is one of the things, the days of the week I do enjoy, look forward to, just enjoy a good couple of hours with good friends, having a good chat and a good giggle on the live stream. And another one you should also like and subscribe. He does some fantastic stuff. It's the one, the only, Graham Price. Yes, power to the people. Yes, please like and subscribe to his channel. He does some brilliant material. He especially when he does five good reasons why whoever is a complete twat. And no doubt after yesterday's escapade on social media slop, that is Twitter, you will have found plenty. Especially stuff I was looking at, you know. Well, let's just say, if you show any sympathy to the perils of what's happening in Palestine, and you have the audacity to show compassion for what happened in Manchester, or they're going to tear a strip off you. How dare you? You should not say anything. You are part of the problem. But that's not for today. That's for another day. So, hello, person impersonator. How the devil are you, my good man? And hello, Ben Shaw. How are you, my good fellow? Hope you're very, very well. Yes. Yes. Oh. See if we can just manage it. Hello, Simon says, how are you, my dear fellow? Hope you're well. And hello, ranty chap Davey. Yes, he's incredibly ranty, and he's very, very good at it. It put me to shame. I'm a terrible ranter. Hello, Richard Grumpy. How the devil are you? How are you, my good man? And I think that's everyone. I think that's we have everybody in the chat said hello, and we've had a bit of a good natter, you know, while we're waiting for, you know, people to make an appearance and make sure they don't miss too much. But anyway, let's get on with our Friday frolic, where we just basically just have a good giggle and a good laugh, where we don't take things too seriously. We'll leave it for all the other expert live streamers that'll be coming on later on tonight, be it Ed Thompson, be it Max, and be it on Politics Social. You know, they're the sensible ones and the professionals. I'm just sort of like the Nick Abbott of live streams. We're just gonna have a couple of hours of a good giggle and a laugh, nothing too serious. And I'm just gonna be doing just basically, well, you mostly regular, so you know what's coming. Just watch some hilarious clips that take the piss out of, you know, those who are in the realms of the corridors of power, where really they shouldn't be, but unfortunately that's the way it is. And like as I say, this one here is a good example, yeah, and a very good example where, just imagine you're at the pearly gates, and you're manning the gates, you know, for the, you know, up there, and you see, you basically see this gentleman suddenly appear at the pearly gates, and this is very interesting. What could happen? And you also see a very, very familiar face. I'll let you know which one it is. This is very, very good.
Oh wait, and bing.
I forgot to put it to the start. Never mind. Great start, Never mind.
And then I tried to get Russia and Ukraine to make nice and stop all that fighting. It didn't work. Epstein filed. But you know, hey, I gave it a shot. I figured that would help to get me in. Right? Am I right? Right?
Somehow I don't think that will work, will it?
Gosh. Lord, have you heard enough?
Where have we seen that face before? Where have we seen that face before? I bet my daughter would know straight away, and a few others. I think we've seen this this person in a certain film make a guest appearance? Answers in the chat. And if you want to give wrong answers, you're more than welcome.
Hey, God, there you are. Epstein Files. It's great to finally meet you. You gonna tell this Momo to open the gates for me or what? It's freezing out here.
Get fucked, Donald.
God, Bubby, what are you talking about? Oh, wait. Whoa, no. Ah! And bing bong. That's how I ended up here. But being reincarnated.
Where do you think? What do you think he was reincarnated as? Do you think? I think this was quite suitable.
It ain't so bad though, right, Jerry? These are the best eats ever. The best. Oh, okay. See you tomorrow, Jerry. Fucking jerk off. Oh shit.
Yes, exactly. he was reincarnated as a fly. Yes. So you get the general idea of what this is basically about. Yes, I'm watching about. I'm in the middle of stringing one of my guitars, so so I'm just getting a reply in the chat. No worries. Do you know what? Yeah, it's one of the most painstaking exercises that even I do. You know, when I'm restringing my guitars as well, it's an absolute pain in the posterior. See, the thing is, I put it off a long time. I've got an electric guitar up there myself, but one of the strings bust. It's been there for, I bet it's been a good year, but I'm more of a acoustic guitar lover, and I'll only restring it if I want to use it to, you know, record some shit that I'm writing. So I know what you mean. It is absolute pain in the backside. Not the worst. Do you find the worst bit? You know, you've put 5 of the strings on, and then when it comes to the last high E note, you're just about to get it to the E note, and then it, ping. At that point, you just think, right, I'm either going to put it down, calmly walk away, and then maybe do it tomorrow, or you get the urge to put it on the floor and jump on it. I've had that on at least a couple of occasions. It is frustrating. Hello, Peter. How are you doing, my good man? Hope you're very, very well. Yeah, exactly. The Holy Grail. Yes. Yes. Hello, Phil Nelson. I hope you're well. Absolutely spot on. Oh, no worries. No worries. I'll say I can't really do it from here myself, if I'm honest. Bit more difficult for me, but I'm sure we'll sort something out. I'm sure we will. Don't worry about it. Don't worry too much about it. What I might do is, once it's all sorted, I might put the, I'll probably put the links of people's channels in the description box. So don't worry about it, my friend. And we have Hugh Janus, the one, the only. How are you, my dear friend? I hope you're very, very well. Exactly. Exactly. I always remember that story, you know, when he was playing cricket, some bowler went down, knocked off the bails, bowled him out, first delivery, and how's that? Guy's ready to celebrate. He's just bowled out the legendary WG. Just put the bails back on. He's oh, jolly windy day, isn't it? Carry on. But anyway. Yes. But Yes, I think there's something tells me yeah, exactly. So annoying. I keep a few spare high E strings for exactly that. But yeah, oh, yeah, it's so frustrating, especially when you just see it when you getting close to hitting the note that you want it to be on. You just think one more push on the machine head, and then you hear this tang, and you're like, bastard. And that's when you've just got to basically walk away, put it away, and I'll come in the living room and wife will say, "My darling, why is steam and why are you red faced and steam coming out of your ears and you look ready to explode?" I've just been restringing my guitar. Don't tell me. E string snapped. Uh huh. Oh, that's nice, dear. So I feel your pain, my friend. But anyway, I think we all know where our Donny baby will be heading once he's been drawn his last breath, I suppose. But a Friday frolic cannot be a Friday frolic without showing this hilarious bit of footage. Yes, you know what's coming. You know when you see something, you think somebody's got to put the perfect bit of music towards it. And when it comes to, you've probably all seen it without a shadow of a doubt. And when you all saw it, you were thinking, we all know what's the perfect music for this. Yes, it had to be somebody without a shadow of a doubt had to have done it. We all remember this bit. Yeah, that face says it all, doesn't it? So good you have to watch it again. That was... Yes, that was just so funny. You think, how on earth did he manage to get away? How on earth did he manage to escape all them lunatics? That was just so funny. And there was, and it don't get any better, because like I managed to find a different angle. And did it get any better? Did it? Fuck no. No, it didn't. Yes. This was another angle. That is just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I suppose you could say. I suppose you could say that it was. You just cannot be surprised with what you. I remember watching on the Bin podcast the other day. They had this hilarious idea. Why don't we enroll to be ICE agents and be the worst ones? Take the money, make a documentary series about it. And they went onto the website and it crashed. Exactly. They have no strategy. Exits. You block all exits, you numpties. Yes. Yes, plumbing cycle lanes. Yes. So do you think that's the reason why George Finch isn't a fan of them? Warwick County Council. He were calling him. Exactly. Why they're ordered to lose weight. Yeah. The driver must have been late on a few deliveries. Yeah, I bet he was. Yeah, Keystone Cops. It kind of reminded me of a bit. You remember when they used to do the Perils of Penelope pit stop, and they used to have the Anthill mob. They just kind of reminded me of them. The one that always used to make me laugh was, you know, when they're going to get smashed to smithereens, he's giggling away when he said, we're going to get smashed to smithereens. Exactly. Hello, Thomas Reid. How are you doing, my going? Exactly. The funny thing is, he dropped his phone and time to pick you up. He did nothing illegal anyway. Got it exactly. Hello, Witchy Goth. How are you doing, my dear friend? How are you? All I will say is, I enjoyed your chat with Reagan and Late last night. Very, very good. If you're not subscribed to Witchy Goth's channel, please do. She not only very, very intelligent, very forthright, and she was very, 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 very. What's the word I would have to? I'm just saying forthright and very good at what she does. That's the word I were going. And show her some love, because she was absolutely brilliant in the chat last night, and very, very enjoyable. So how are you doing, man? Also, can I say thank you for the compliments that you gave us last night. I was surprised, because I was in between listening to your chat and sort of like keeping an eye on the footy, because my football team were on last night, and I heard this and I just heard my name mentioned, and I was like, oh, I thought, what's all this about? And I thought, so much love, so thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that. So, hello, Witchy Goth, and hope you're well. And also, please like and subscribe to Witchy Goth's channel. And if Man Monk can't manage to do it, I'll make sure I'll put your channel in the link in the description box when it's finished, so not a problem. Yes. Yes. Oh, cheers for that. Cheers for that, Mad Monk. Absolute diamond. Oh, thank you, Witchy Goth. Thoroughly enjoyed your chat with Reagan. It was really, really interesting, and I learnt a lot, actually. Because like sometimes, you know, when it comes to being on the other side of things, it sort of like makes me think a little bit more deeply in my actions in a way as well. So really, really enjoyed it. So thank you for your love and your what's the word I'm after? Yeah, mentioning my channel. I was deeply touched. So thank you, much appreciated. Cheers for that. But anyway, let's head off now. After I've had to giggle at all the Keystone copy, the Anthill mob of the ice. Well, this, I thought they were just hilariously funny. And all I will say is, I think this one is perfect for our good friend Billy Kershaw, because I think we all know who's the number one ice troll. Who's the best troller troller, that's the word I'm after, when it comes to ice. Yes, it's the one and the only, the absolute legend that is Robbie Road Steamer. Oh, I didn't mince his word. He was proper having a good party, having it large. Spot the one ice agent that's not impressed. His face is a picture.
Capitol Police, how you doing? Are you ready to party, Capitol Police?
Look at that face. Yes, he looked impressed, didn't he? He's not a happy bunny, is he? Yeah, he looks like he's proper giving him the 1,000-yard stare.
Buckeyes! We don't need them around, everybody! Buckeyes! They hate all the Browns, I say! Buckeyes! Cause you're in a good town! There's no need to be angry! Troubles on the Jeffrey Epstein played me! He was chasing out your girl! I gotta take a break. This thong is tight. Capitol Police, how you doing?
Yes, exactly. Oh, come on, let's get to his face again. Yes, he looks happy, doesn't he? He looked impressed, as if to say, "I'm not sure you picked on me." Oh dear. His face is an absolute picture. As a legend, the one, the only, Robbie Road Steamer. Oh dear. And we have one angry penguin. Nearly said one angry pig, and then I do apologise. How are you, my good man? Hope you're well. Oh well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and you did do very, very well, and really enjoyed the good it was just good, easy listening, and the hour 15-20 minutes soon flew by. There you go. When it's like that, you can always tell it's a good little live stream, so well done. Yes, best ice troller. Yes. Totally agree. You were brilliant. Oh dear. I know the feeling, yeah. I thought it was funny. Absolutely, Steve Binning. Fascists have no sense of humour whatsoever. Totally agree. No sense of humour whatsoever. Look at the face of Donald Trump when it's Seth Meyers were just tearing into him. You know, most people would just take it as a joke and leave it there. No face burning into Seth Meyers as if to say, "I'll buy me time, I'll get you." So, yeah, I think you're probably right there. But anyway. Right. Here's a bit of a bit of a break where I like to, do a little bit of a different here and there, just for a bit of a good giggle. Picture the scene, you've got a bit of a prat of a neighbour. My daughter I think everybody will attest to this, and when you've got an absolute shit of a neighbour who decides that because sure you have a bit of an online have a party at your all night on a Sunday night, and they decide to keep you awake and keep partying till till 6 o'clock in the morning and kept you awake, having a bit of an online bender. Here's a bit of advice on what you could do about it. This guy is brilliant. Take it away, Dr. Grace O'Malley. Well, I don't know if it'd be him, but if it is, absolutely brilliant.
6 a.m. Monday morning, and my neighbour decided to have a fucking all-night bender last night. Kept me up until now. That's fucking it. I got a new T-Move speaker, and it's fucking loud. So let's give him a fucking gig, shall we? Wankers. Fucking watch this. You guys are not ready for this talent you're about to witness.
What do you think lyrics he comes up with? Do you agree with the lyrics that he says?
Here we go. You can't.
What the fuck?
"6 a.m. Monday morning, and my neighbour..."
Some strange reason, that's gone very, very quiet. Could you hear that? All of a sudden, that went very, very quiet. I have a funny feeling it might have been the language that he used. Oh, you heard it all? Oh, well, all of a sudden it just went quiet on me. But anyway.
6 a.m. Monday
We'll do it
morning,
again.
and my neighbour decided to have a fucking all-night bender last night. Kept me up until now. That's fucking it. I got a new T-Move speaker, and it's fucking loud. So let's give him a fucking gig, shall we? Wankers. Fucking watch this. You guys are not ready for this talent you're about to witness. Here we go. You can't. You're a cunt. You are a cunt. You are a cunt. Hey, hey, 6 a.m. Monday morning. Let's fucking go. Hope you had the best time last night, but it's my turn now, wanker! You are a cunt! You're a cunt! I want to let you know that you're not a pro. Hey, you are a cunt! I want to let you know, got to let it show. You're a cunt! You are a cunt!
Now, I didn't hear any of that. It was all starting off all so well, and then all of a sudden, it went very, very... It didn't hear a thing. So, I'm just... check. Yeah. Oh, well, maybe it just might have been on that one, hopefully. Because if it is, it's going to be a very, very, very quiet one. So, I can do it. Anyway. So, this guy is an amateur. Me and my old house got an amp and PA system and put up against the wall. But one of my neighbours blasted out pure death metal right next door to the wall. Strangely enough, Tommy, we had a neighbour once. He were an absolute... Come weekend, he didn't turn up to house, and I don't know where he lived. And then come weekend, he'd come home and have a bit of party. And we had, I don't think our eldest, who was a baby, kept us awake. So I thought, one night, fuck you. I thought, speakers right up against the wall. And then as soon as it all stopped, it got an absolute blast music, blasted the album of Iron Maiden's 666 Number of the Beast. I thought, have it. I once taped last night to my ceiling when my upstairs neighbour played the piano drunk. 5 minutes on full blast did it the job. My neighbours used to do the same about 10 years. They soon found out about my PA system and collection of 90s. Sounds bloody awful. It's alright, stop now. Well, look on the bright side. Is he Scottish? One angry penguin. It was an F natural. Yes. I always wanted an LP with drill noise. I'd happily have played that at overnight student parties. I can imagine with a rather satisfying grin on your face. My God, it must be absolutely raining. Jesus, where you are. Bloody hell. Yeah, so I always quite liked a bit of Motorhead myself. Did your neighbours think you were he soon piped it down, that's for certain. I thought, I even had the album Back at the Moon by Ozzy Osbourne, and I was even tempted to put that on as well, but my wife threatened to hit me if I didn't, because she'd had enough. But that's what it's like, you know, when you're at your wit's end having to deal with all that shite. But anyway, let's crack on. Now, I don't know, you guys might know more about this than me, but was there the something to do with the football, the American football Super League, whatever it is, or something? I'm not into American football, but they had some sort of they had some halftime entertainment or whatever it is, and clearly all the magaloons got upset by a certain guy called Bad Bunny. Well, we're going to hear from we're going to find out the reason why why the president, yes, Cankles McTaco Tits, he wasn't happy. Now this man is a legend. He explains why they're not happy.
So it was just brought to my attention in an urgent briefing that the Super Bowl...
Now, I can't hear this. Now, I don't understand why. I'll give it a quick sec. I don't understand why I can't hear that. I'll change my... Have a look at my settings. Audio. And... might do it this way. See if I can.
Which is, of course, a very...
I can hear it now. I have no idea what happened there. I'll have to sort that out later on.
sacred tradition in our country. probably the most watched thing on TV, except for when I speak, of course. But I was just informed that in one of the most offensive and radical left and anti-Christian, also, don't forget that, moments in our country, the halftime show of our next Super Bowl will be
Super Bowl,
done
that's
by
it.
Bad, I can't believe I'm saying this, Bad Bunny.
Can we have some Bad Bunny in the chat?
Okay. Now, what I've been told, we have intel briefings. This is a person from the Mexican city of Puerto Rico. Okay. And already I have a problem with that. Okay. It's the American Super Bowl where we crown a world champion. And to have somebody from the Mexican province or town or whatever of Puerto Rico, which has produced some, you know, there's been some good things from Puerto Rico. We're friends. We're sort of allies, I think, with Puerto Rico. But this is going too far. This is sort of a desecration of our sacred traditions. And not to mention, we already have a bunny in America, and he's called the Easter Bunny.
Yes.
And the Easter Bunny is a good bunny, okay? Not a bad bunny. He's actually, some people even think he might be the greatest bunny. They call him a goat bunny, which sounds like a scientist put together like a rabbit and a goat in terms of like the things they're doing with science. When they put these species together, they make all sorts of crazy things we're trying to put down. We're trying to stop this kind of horrible science, but it's goat meaning greatest.
Don't you think our president, this is probably the most sensiblest thing he's ever said in his entire...
The goat, in terms of bunnies, is the Easter Bunny because he is a pro-Christian bunny. He's probably the most Christian. He might be the most religious of all the animals, to be honest. But he also has fun. He brings chocolate. So he's a good bunny in terms of Christian, also a good bunny in terms of chocolate, okay? And now all of a sudden, on a Super Bowl Sunday, a day of American pride and Christian stuff, because it's a Sunday, you are doing a Bad Bunny from Puerto Rico, Mexico. So I don't think the radical left could do anything more horrible, more woke, more destructive to our judo Christian, like all our martial arts, the judo Christian martial arts. There's never been anything more disgraceful. So we say no to Bad Bunny. Thank you.
Yes. Say no to Bad Bunny. Yes. Yeah. Oh dear. Yes. Exactly. Holy Grail bunny, the best bunny ever. Absolutely. Didn't mess about with them nights, did they? Especially with Sir Robin the Brave. He's Sir Robin the Brave, Sir Robin the Brave. Yes. I love that bit where they go over and they see it come out of the cave, and then he goes, Sir Robin said, you've had me, you worked me so much up, soiled me arm. Goat by Bill Hicks, yes. 100% bang on. Yes. Yeah, he's not bad at all, is he? Yeah, if he was just order, you would think he was Trump. Exactly, Peter M. Absolutely coherent. Totally agree. Yes, exactly. Jail that Calvin. Yeah, he goes on road a lot, doesn't he? And he sometimes dresses up Trump, and he gets him to basically to ask him questions if he were Donald Trump. He's very good at it, and quite rightly. And we have the legend that is the one, the only Donkey Dave. How are you, my good man? How's the legend that is our Long John? Hope he's well. Still not choking his chicken. I just stopped it now. How are you, my good man? If you've not subscribed to Donkey Dave's channel, he's brilliant. I love his early morning shows. Makes me chuckle, especially when you take the piss out of Dame Andrea Jenkins or anybody from Reform. Hello, my good man. Hope you're very, very well. But yes, yeah, exactly. Do you know what? I still listen to that song, and it takes me back to my childhood when I first heard it. I thought, wow, what a song, and he's still got a fantastic voice, hasn't he? But yeah, I still remember. Always reminds me of Tiz Was. What it Tiz Was, you know. We'll come end at show when I remember they had this kid dressed up as a bunny rabbit, and he'd be singing along with it. It was just strange thing to say, but it was just odd. Masha, Tiz Was always a bit bonkers, you know. If you've got a phantom flamethrower, then it's always going to be a bit bonkers. But yes, they seem to have a bit of a, you could say, quite the absolute. It did seem to really get the MAGA nutcases absolutely. You could say, they did seem to lose their shit, and let's just say, I think this guy just sums up how ridiculous these MAGA people are. It's one thing I've found incredibly weird about these people. They're supposed to be these alpha strong types, and you know that you know won't stand for woke or any snowflakery, but you'll generally find that these people are the biggest snowflakes you have ever seen. Do you know, it kind of reminded me of last night when I were on social media. The new one that they were going about was, you've heard of that clown called Matt Goodwin? And there were another clown. She practically posted the exact same thing he posted. So and they were talking about, apparently, but it's saying that just because the something like only 4% of the population are black, but there's 50% of adverts have got black people in it, and I went, wow, shock horror. There's black people on the telly. I'm thinking, what next? What next? What are you going to cry about tomorrow? Are you going to cry about the fact there might be a brown person who's a contestant on Tipping Point or something? And I was saying to him, I'm surprised that you managed to get out of the house without it basically running away from your own shadow, you set of snowflakes. I just thought, really, is that what you do now? You know, you see a little pointless statistic that might not even be true. Right, rage tweet on Twitter about it because you've got a racist viewpoint on black and brown people. And this guy, I love this guy because he just basically sums them up for what they really are. He's brilliant because he basically he goes on about, you know, they're roaring about the Bad Bunny. Clearly that these people really got upset about it.
So they named Bad Bunny the Super Bowl halftime show, and in the most predictable outrage ever, I'm pissed off. I mean, I'm mad. I'm a Category 5 Alex Jones. You know, year after year, NFL, you just keep messing up with these shows. And you should know better. You know I'm fragile. You should know that if the wind blows the wrong way, I'll boycott the breeze. It's in my nature. I was going to boycott this season anyway. I've been boycotting every year for the last 10 years, and I'm not quiet about it. I made it known. And then what do you stop doing? You stop catering to somebody like me, a guy who wasn't going to watch anyway. This is ridiculous. Nothing's for me anymore. I'm a straight white English-speaking American man, and if 15 minutes out of the year isn't directly for me, I'm pissed off! I'm not happy unless I'm mad. And did you know Bad Bunny's not even from the United States?
That is true, isn't it? I'm not happy unless I'm mad. And it says a lot about a lot of people, especially even with Brextremists. Even when they won the vote, were they happy the next day? Not really. They found something else to be mad about, didn't they, really?
I bet not. That means something. Being from the United States. Just ask The Weeknd, Rihanna, and Coldplay. You know, at least when you brought in a foreigner, Shakira had the decency to have a big fat ass for everybody to look at. You done messed up now, NFL. Here's a little preview of my review of this year's Super Bowl 4 months in advance. That halftime show, that was demonic. It was gay. It was anti-ICE. It was unpatriotic. It was too sexual. It made me think. I couldn't understand a word he was saying, and he didn't speak no English. I'm done with you, NFL. Fuck the NFL and go Colts. Epstein Files.
Yes. I think he's hilariously funny because he just basically sums them up, doesn't he? Absolutely sums them up brilliantly. And like, we all know who this young lady is. Where she's taking a break from bashing Caitlin, the Washington Post, and all the woke and Joe Biden and Barack Hussein Obama and that illegal immigrant that she changes the name every week. Yes, where basically she just has an absolute hilarious sketch where she takes her eyes out. Clearly, MAGA had a meltdown over Bad Bunny being the headline for Super Bowl halftime show. She's quality as Lysandra Vasquez.
Well, I guess I'm boycotting the NFL and the Super Bowl this year.
You mean the same NFL that you were just praising 20 minutes ago for giving a moment of silence to Charlie Kirk?
Well, that's because Charlie was a patriot.
He was a podcaster.
Watch your mouth. Now I'm sure you're happy that now all this Spanish is going to be spoken. You better learn to speak English real quick. I never heard him speak English, except for in Happy Gilmore 2, which was not good, by the way. It's getting too woke.
I thought you liked Happy Gilmore too because Travis Kelce was in it.
What's the point of him getting engaged to Taylor if she's not going to do the halftime show? I mean, I have my issues with her, but at least she's,
White. I mean, she's white.
American.
You do know that Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, right? Bad Bunny is an American citizen by birth.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't make him one of us. He's not representative of the NFL fans. He's anti-ICE, for goodness sakes, okay? He's anti-Trump. That means he's anti-America.
I'd actually argue that he's very patriotic.
Oh, I think this might be your first funny joke. Calling that man who's only speaking Spanish patriotic. Hello, we speak English around here, and good luck to the NFL because I'm not watching that Spanish mumbo jumbo unless that man learns to speak English and throws up Kid Rock.
Clearly, the MAGA lot, they were not happy, were they? Clearly. They were not impressed. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely person in person. Yeah, they were good fun. I like Compost Corner. Do you know one thing that I always remember, and it always sticks in my mind? I remember I said, don't know if you ever know, but the house that I live in, it used to be my grandma and granddad's, and when my mum were working, and we used to come down here for weekend. Well, mum working and my dad doing whatever. We used to watch Tiswas, and the one thing I always remember, and it stuck in my mind, was when you remember that is it David Rappaport or Mark Rappaport that he were in the Time Bandits, and they used to do all the wrestling bit, and I remember they used to sort of like have Big Daddy on now and again, and he'd be Little Daddy, and they have this sketch where he's dressed up as Little Daddy, and he says, "I'm taking on giant haystacks." Do you think, "Oh, he's taking on that big guy. They're gonna have some fun," and all it was a big haystack. Ding ding! All you see was David Rappaport tearing it to shreds, throwing bales of hair all over the place. Mad as a brush, he was, but incredibly funny. Exactly. Sally James, yes. Yes. I always remember every now and again you'd have Lenny Henry don the beard and do his David Bellamy impression. Brilliant. Hello, Dodgy Syrup. Somebody who I think would have been perfect for Tiswas. The ex-MP for Lichfield, Mr. Fabulous Hair himself, good old Dodgy Syrup. Good evening, Mr. Pleasant. How are you? On this dreary grey Starmer-like evening. I think you'll find that on a Saturday evening, you'll find that Keir Starmer lets his hair down in more ways than one, you know. Yes. I don't know what he does like, but that's it, the Phantom Flan Flinger. That's it, yes. Yes, a Long John interviewing King Prince Charles before the coronation masterpiece. Yes. Yes, that's certainly what. Did Lemmy once appear and get covered in flans and goo? He probably will have done, and he'll have had some right fun with it. I always remember. I don't know if anybody's read the Ozzy Osbourne's autobiography, and there was one time where he was telling a tale that always stuck in my mind. He was absolutely, in drug induced, whatever day, whatever he was doing, and he walked into his own library, and he found ligged out on the floor was Lemmy, and he'd been there for 5 days, absolutely comatose off his tits with a book in his hand. Oh, the good old days of rock and roll. Can't get more rock and roll than that, can you? Can they get Celine Dion instead? You might be in for a treat later on. I've got something even better. Yes, even better. I have great glue, just like the stuff I use on dentures. Oh dear. Oh dear, is he a bit 3 sheets to the wind then? Exactly, my love, yeah. Washington Post. Yes. But yeah. Keir Starmer is still the man that still says it's Friday, then looks confused when nobody laughs. You very much probably could be right. Yes, Ozzy once got arrested for on the the Alamo. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he certainly did. Mick McManus. My God, I remember him. I was watching a couple of it's amazing what you see on YouTube, and there's a couple of guys, I've forgotten the name, but they'd watch a couple of old wrestling matches, and the funniest one, I was in hysterics laughing. They covered one where I remember a wrestler called Cat Weasel, and you were wrestling this guy who was a bit fancy pants and fancy Dan, and he was prancing about, and he's doing all these and he was pretty good, you know, pretty you could say quite a good technical wrestler, and he's just taking the piss and whatever, and they do this move and whatever, I can't remember what actually happened. Does this high, and Cat Weasel's false teeth fall out and lands on his chest, and he goes, ah! And that was just so funny. There was all sorts going on. But yeah, Cat Weasel. I suspect Kira of running through fields of wheat when he was young. You'd probably be right. But would it be? No, I'm not going to go there. I'm just about to say, would he be naked? No, I'm not going to go there. Oh, bit too soon. But anyway. But yes, I have found that incredibly bonkers. I just think, why would you care who's your halftime entertainment? What does it matter? That's just me. I've no real interest. It's like, if I'm honest, when it comes to me going to watch my football, I'm usually around in the back at Cop. I've either got a pint in my hand, or I'm talking to a couple of people as I'm making my way to the toilet. So it's not really something I really, really care about. But you know what the MAGA are like? They're just mental, aren't they? Right. This is quite an interesting little clip where, let's just say, they're basically going to define how Trump defines hate speech. Yes.
Well, I guess.
This is how Trump defines hate speech. This is quite interesting, isn't it? I found it pretty good. This from Pius Mittal, you could say, but very, very interesting.
The radical left is trying to divide us with hate speech.
The Department of Justice will be targeting hate speech.
How do you define hate speech?
Criticising the president's hair is a threat to national security. That is hate speech.
Huh? So, Mr. President, you agree with that assessment?
Of course. Any speech that doesn't praise me is hate speech.
What?
It's treason.
Then what about your past comments about the LGBTQ community?
Well, that is free speech.
And what about
Yeah, very true, isn't it?
when you said you declare war on Chicago?
Also free speech. It's my presidential right.
Okay. So then what about when people discuss the Epstein file?
What do you think that'll be? What do you think that will be? I think we all know what this will be now.
That's fake news, and it's total, complete hate speech.
Yes. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? But, yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, time traveling into the world. Yes. Oh dear. Yes. Oh, see if we can. Hello, my dear man. How the devil are you? It's good to see you. How are you? Hope you're very, very well. And hope you've had a cracking day. The legend that is our Alistair Kerr, the man who's the number one moderator for every live stream around the world. The man who never sleeps. How are you, Alistair? How are you? Hope you're very, very well. Good to see you. Have you just finished work, my good man? Yes. So, I remember the double deckers. Yes, I remember the double. Very true, dodgy syrup. Yes. Criticising your magnificent plumage would definitely be classified as hate speech. So you are at work, my good man. Well, no worries. No need to fret too much, because we do have Mad Monk on the case and he's doing a fantastic job for me, so don't worry too much about it. It's true, isn't it? You know, when it comes to stuff like that, Epstein files, I've got a lovely little tune for you to listen to when we come to it. That's should be forgotten about. I've always said, you know, when you lift the lid on crazy, don't be surprised if they come to bite you on the backside. And I think the MAGA lot, they're not going to forget about it, are they? They're not going to be just easily be distracted, because they're the biggest components for wanting it to be them to be released. I having a bit of a break at a Kit Kat. Nice one. Nice one. No worries, my good man. It's don't worry about it too much. We've got the magnificent Mad Monk on the case, and he's doing a mighty fine job. But yes, the double standards that the orange one has. But yes, let's have a little bit of a political break. Do we all remember growing up, you know, be it Bob Monkhouse, be it Max Bygraves, be it Les Dawson, or Les Dennis, should I say? We all remember that traditional show that we used to have called Family Fortunes. Well, this is the American version, and if you wondered why they voted for Trump twice, I think this could be a small little clue.
An animal with 3 letters in its name.
Dog.
Right, this is brilliant. What do you think? Answer he comes out with?
Dog. Cat. Bat. Rat. Ape. Fly. Bee. Pig. Hog. Hen. Eel. Ant.
It's amazing what pressure does to you, but this is brilliant.
Frog.
Unbelievable.
Something found.
Yes, a frog.
Found in a refrigerator.
Milk.
Milk. A brand of gasoline.
Shell. Mobile.
Regular.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Something that comes with a summer storm.
Rain.
Snow.
Sounds right. All right, we're not out of the woods yet. Let's see what your brother can do.
I got good news and bad news.
It's all bad news.
Give me the bad news first.
The bad news is your brother thinks it snows in the summer and is pretty dicey on 3-letter words. Bring him back. Here we go.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Dog.
This is Belter. What do you think? What do you think animal he comes? What worded animal he comes out with.
Dog, cat, just say something normal.
Alligator.
Yes, alligator. Yes, alligator. Just think when his brother says frog, you think, well, it can't get worse than that. And it did. Alligator. You may be shocked to find out they didn't win the money. Hello, Counter Kev. Yes, badger. Exactly. Oh, I am a good man. Yes, giraffe. Did they win? Something stirring within me, Ellie, tells me that I don't think they did. I don't know why. And we have a member of the cabinet. Yes. How did the conference go? I heard your marvellous speech. You certainly soon shut up that heckler. Give him a piece of your mind. Tease up no comment about the massive black hole that's in. That's very personal. Right, we will not mention the black hole. We will certainly not mention your black hole. Certainly not. But yes, very impressed with your handling of that heckler. Hello, Joe. How are you, my good friend? How are you doing, my good man? How's your day been? Should meant croquet. Yes, hello, Flummox. So how are you doing, my good man? Yes, exactly. And I thought the people on Tipping Point and Wheel of Fortune. Yes, exactly, Ellie. They didn't win. They were doing so well. Marsupial. Platypus. Quite right, Rose. Wake up and smell the roses. I'm sure your black hole is shrinking. So don't worry. But yes, I could clearly tell. Was this a staged heckler to get the crowd rowdy? Because you were doing so well with your magnificent speech. God, I'm sounding more and more like Muttley. Okay, but his speech at conference actually got me pretty pumped. Yeah, I thought it was all right. It was more. I would say it was probably more. What's the word I'm after? It was. The word just came into my head and then it just popped out. It was more. Yeah, it was better than the one last year because, like I say, last year it was, everything's really going to be shit, and it's going to be really bad. It's really going to be shit. and to be honest, I love the way he just. Let's be honest, he called out the right wing rags and Nigel Farage for what he really is. He called out Nigel Farage as a racist, and he called out the right wing rags for basically supporting his racist policies. And boy, they didn't like it, did they? He basically held up a mirror to them, and did they like it? Oh, not a jot. He proper got right under their skin, and he clearly got under our fragile Nigel Farage with his ridiculous social media post. That was pathetic. He clearly rattled him, didn't it? And I think basically what it is, because they're basically showing him for what he really is, because he's racist. And the simple fact is that they've pitched their tent on his policies because, let's be honest, look at the state of the Conservatives. They can't really pitch a tent with them because they're just ridiculous and irrelevant, aren't they now? Because who's going to take any interest in their conference on Sunday? Who cares? Nobody's going to be interested because we'll get to the wonderful gaff of our gaff girl later on. Absolutely hilarious. That's the word I'm after. He was probably more positive than his... I once saw a clip of... is that Ahmadinejad? I've forgotten it. It's a bit of an actor and a comedian where he was on there. That was quite funny. Some of his answers to his... was very, very... Ahmadinejad, is that his name? He has his moments as a comedian. Emmy car crash, absolutely. But anyway, let's crack. My God, it's 6:30 already. Where's the fucking time go? Where does the time go? Now that seen as though anybody see the clip of where Donald Trump thought it was hilariously funny to do that racist AI clip of with Chuck Schumer and the other guy, I've forgotten his name now, with the big Mexican hat and the big beard. They all thought it was hilariously funny. So conclusive proof that humor, comedy is now legal in America. So in good times honoured tradition of the Friday Frolic, we're going to embrace the idea that comedy is making a comeback in America because now it's legal. So now it's, let's just say, it's open season on the couch shagger himself, JD Pants. Take it away, JD.
Hello and welcome to my show, A History of Couches. I'm your host, JD Vance, and we've got a special episode for you today. Some artifacts shape nations, others shape desires, few shape both. The Chesterfield couch is one of them. Commissioned by Lord Philip Stanhope, the 4th Earl of Chesterfield, this sofa was designed for posture, elegance, and control. Deep button tufting.
Yes. What does he mean by control, though? And comfort.
Rolled arms, a back and sides of equal height. A design that did not merely support the body, but contained it. Once reserved for aristocrats, the Chesterfield spread into libraries, parlors, and now living rooms worldwide. But its allure has never diminished. There are rumors that I once had an encounter with a Chesterfield. People exaggerate, twist the truth. But when you sit on one, you understand where such stories come from. The Chesterfield isn't just furniture, it's an experience, and some of us know that a little too well. Thank you for watching A History of Couches.
Yes, in other words, he shagged it. Yes. So, and let's just say, didn't stop there, because who's that? Yes, that is our Mr. Couch Shagger himself. Take it away, JD Pants. Yeah, get down and groove it.
Right. Let's clear something up. Yes, there's a photo of me in drag from a college party, and that's normal. Everyone experiments in college.
Yeah, I don't, if I'm honest, I quite agree. But it's when you, in later in life, start having a go at the trans community, I don't think that's normal, JD.
Costumes, makeup, whatever. Totally normal. But what I don't understand is why people are so obsessed with this other thing couch intimacy. Like, really? That's the part you're hung up on? Out of everything? That's bizarre to me. Look, couches are comfortable. They're dependable. They support you when you're down. If you can't appreciate that kind of bond, maybe you're the one with issues.
And clearly with our JD pants, these couches pick him up as well.
Eyeliner, please. It's called style. A little edge.
What the fuck?
Honestly, you should try it. And yes, I require thank yous always. That's not weird. That's called civilization. I feel so much better just being able to get this off my chest and give you piece of shit internet bullies a piece of my mind. Now, grow up and go get a job.
Yes, we should grow
Go
up.
follow Nostrum Accord. And good night, America.
Yes, as you can tell, comedy is now alive and well and not illegal anymore. But like as I say, when it comes to we've all seen that though. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. You know, say well, what's good for the goose is definitely good for the gander, isn't it? Doesn't half suit him. Now, for me, in the world of politics, you know, it's quite childish. But when you have a guy who's in charge that is basically just rewriting the rule books and just thinks he can just, you know, be as racist as whatever they like for fits and giggles, I think it cuts both ways. If you can't take it, maybe you shouldn't dish it out. And I thought that was hilarious. Yes, this is JD Pants live on FNF.
On time, but you may not arrive on time because the TSA and the air traffic controllers are not getting paid today. Our military is not getting paid today, starting today. And obviously, the longer this drags on, the worse that it is for the American people. If you're flying today, I hope, of course, you arrive safely and on time, but you may not arrive on time because the TSA and the air traffic controllers are not getting paid today. Our military is not getting paid today, starting today. And obviously, the longer this drags on, the worse that it is for the American people. If you're flying today, I
Yes.
hope, of course, you arrive safe.
Yes. Actually suits him, actually. Makes him look more more respectable. And so much so, even our Donald got in on the act. Doesn't that suit him? Yes. Look at that makeup. Put Kiss to shame, won't it?
I hope they do, because it will be good to work together. So I'm thinking about, you know, when I have some slob like Pritzker criticizing us before we even go there, I made the statement that next should be Chicago, because as you all know, Chicago is a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him, freedom, freedom. He's a dictator, he's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm
Yes,
not
you
a
do.
dictator.
Yes, you do.
I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take over the republic. These people are sick. I hope they
Yes.
do, because
Yeah, suits him. Has anybody been watching the where they were doing them speeches in front of the generals? My God, that was. Now I'm a glutton for punishment, but I watched a little bit of Pete Hegseth, whatever his name is, and I think he must have been pissed. He must have been absolutely hammered. Now I've been hearing a rumor that he's stopped drinking. Now whether it's true or not, and they say that when you're trying to become a recovering alcoholic, you can get a bit, can send you a bit bonkers. So whether it's true or not, I don't know. Cheers for that. Yeah, I'm a Dejal. Yeah. That's who we're on about. I'm not going to try and... He still sounds like he's suffering from adenoids. And yeah, he's not the most what's the word? Enthusiastic guy to listen to. You know, it's. I say when it comes to the conference, I didn't watch any of it, and because like the only time I did watch his speech was because I was just going through speech to pick out some snippets, and I sort of like read the transcript a little bit and just read that. I just basically find for me, I just find party conferences a bit pointless. That's me, you know. It's not something I would go to watch, but because I don't really see the point in just people getting up and all having a bit of a good jolly by the looks of it. Yeah, sombrero, that's it. Cheers for that, Count Kev. There's no pitching on the Tory parties. Kemi doesn't do manual labour. Yeah, I think you'll find that our Kemi is working class. She did work at McDonald's for a time, so I would take that back. Yeah, Sam was almost animated, almost. Yeah, exactly. But I will say it was a little bit. I would say it was probably more positive than the one he did last year. Yes, a day late and $1 short after trying to be a deformed tribute party and implementing policies that are similar and persecuting immigrants. I just what. See, the thing is, I think that for me, be it whether you're Tory or be it whether you're Labour, don't go anywhere near talking about immigration, because you'll never out Farage on that, because he can just say whatever the hell he likes, and because he's not tried and tested, he'll get away with it. If they said we will get rid of every migrant in this country, he will say, I'll go even further. and you'll never out. Is a storm there, my friend? Oh dear. Well, stay safe, my good friend. You're not wrong there, Joe. How are you doing, my good friend? All I say is, give it a thumbs up for another one of my fantastic moderators. Yeah, Couch Surfer Extreme, you're not wrong. See if there's any more. Yeah, Keg's breath. Yeah. Yeah, I think from what I can gather, if I remember when I got that from Gavin Newsom, he's doing some excellent trolling into. Not a fan of him on his politics, like, but fair play to him. He's the only one who seems to be but I heard somebody say a joke about that. I can't remember where I heard it. He just strung a chord for me. Did that? Sure, I heard somebody say that joke in a video I saw a couple of days ago. Can't remember what it, but you know, where they go up and roast people. But yes, a storm of weather's hit Edinburgh. Just got hit. Oh dear. Well, stay safe, my good friends. Stay safe up there. And spare a thought for me tomorrow, because I'll be heading off out. Well, just local, because I'm gonna have my flu jab tomorrow, and then I'll probably go for a couple of bevies with my son around a couple of local pubs, and then hopefully come Sunday the weather will be well and truly calm down because I'll be heading out to meet a good friend. Not had a bit of a bevy and a catch up for a while, so he headed over to Rotherham last night to watch the footy. Lucky so-and-so. That was a cracking game. Right. Let's. I always bring in a bit of a video for my daughter because my daughter always loves the could say the animals. Oops. Could say the animals, and let's just say this is a bit of a mission impossible. How do you think that golden retriever is going to steal that ball from that German Shepherd? How do you think he's going to do it? This could be mission impossible. Just act like not interested while still looking at it. German Shepherd giving him side eye. Yeah, I'm on to you. I know what you're after. Yeah, pretend. No, I'm just going to have a bit of a snooze here. How's he going to get the ball? What do you think happens here? You'll be very, very surprised. I was expecting a quick smash and grab and then run away before the German Shepherd gets a chance to get his chops around the ball. The suspense is killing me. What's he going to do? Is he going to get... Oh, I was sorry. I'm going to sleep. What an anticlimax there. I was so expecting a big, massive chase round the room as he's trying to get his ball back. What was all that about? Why don't you just give him it in the first place? But yes, that was for my daughter because she loves the furry animals. But yes. Right. Yeah, exactly. Keep your eye on the ball. Yes. Well, if it's as bad as what you say it is, I'll be very, very, very surprised. Storms of the coast here are also a pick, but I love the Atlantic. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. I think you're onto something there. I just think, clearly you want this ball more than I do. Just have it. Why don't you just ask? All you had to do was ask, Goldie. You know. Well, it's got to be, dog's got to be called Goldie, hasn't it? Yes, I'll screw it. I'm off. Just have the ball. Just take it. DB, you dogging again. Oh, yes. I always remember that time when we were in Tenerife and kids were young and we took our kids to I've forgotten what they call them now. It's a bit of a cabaret, you know. The names just escape me now. The word just escapes me now. You know, men dressed up as women. Names just, And it was pretty good. And they had a comedian, and the joke said, me and the girls went to local pub called the Dog Inn. He said there were more people in the car park than there were at the bar. That made me chuckle. Drag queen, that's it. Couldn't think of it. It was doing my head in. They were very, very good. But anyway, that's the local. Right. This is hilarious. This is brilliant. Let's just say this is typical Reform. And because let's get on to this. This is a Reform councillor has been left embarrassed after a car crash interview where she was grilled over a local grape case. We'll just say that. Councillor Claire Mackie Brown was left flustered after asked about a case of a white male rapist in Falkirk. And this just sums up the Reform all the way through. Brilliant. Or maybe not brilliant, but what I will say is that this is how I view it. If you just go to constantly use immigration and the protection of our British women, it's got to work both ways, hasn't it? And quite clearly, they're only centering on a certain type of rapist, you could say.
I think people don't want answers about the local white boy who's done this that you are unaware of.
Because it's not known. If I don't know about it, how am I supposed to have an opinion on it or be able to ask questions?
If it were a brown person that had done it, I bet she'd have been all over it like a rash.
I don't have an answer to that. I'm trying my hardest to bring community cohesion. I've been overwhelmed with the contacts I've had from people within Falkirk. And, you know, there is a true unrest and it's scary. It's scary as a local resident, somebody who's born and bred here. I shouldn't have said that.
No, she shouldn't have done. Yes. See, the grin on faces, that I don't know whether that's a grin of embarrassment or she's just indifferent. But what this report's question here is just brilliant.
Well, do you see why this is? People sometimes think that Reform are very much against having people here.
It just came out.
That's unfortunate for you, I guess, but ultimately, do you see why people who aren't from here, who have maybe made their home here, are annoyed when they hear an elected official say that people are born and bred here? I think people don't want answers about.
Boom. I don't know when they put all that stuff, but I just thought that is a car crash interview and a half, isn't it? That would say when you see all these clowns running around with their flags on the back, shagging it, you know, the amount of people there are probably known to, and these protests not to police for domestic violence. It's just mad, isn't it? Absolute madness. And we cannot go without another absolute car crash. This is hilarious. I don't know if you've seen this one. Yes, this is the one, the only. Yes, it's Gaff Girl. Gaff Girl. Yes. Definitely working class, and she doesn't make gaffes. Especially when she talks about which parts of the country voted to leave the European Union.
Last time I checked, Northern Ireland did vote to leave.
Did they? I'm not sure they did.
Northern Ireland didn't vote to leave. Northern Ireland voted to remain in the
Scotland voted to remain. A lot of
so did Northern Ireland.
Yes, Scotland voted to remain. A lot of people in Northern Ireland voted to remain. You're right, but Wales and England voted to leave. Overall,
in other words, fuck Northern Ireland. In other words, we're in charge and you're not, and so your vote is pointless, meaningless.
We had 52% of people voting to leave. The United Kingdom voted to leave.
Yes, in other words, the United Kingdom. Absolutely hilarious. You just couldn't make this shit up, good. She's not gonna last, is she? I will give her till the May elections, and when they get absolutely banjaxed, I think she'll be gone. She cannot do it. She cannot do this. I would say that when you look at Keir Starmer, I don't watch interviews, but even I would say he's better at this than she is. She just looks like rabbit in the headlights, doesn't she? She cannot do it, you know. Yes, and it. I would say that was just maybe I won't say colonialism, but you know the entitlement that we are more. Our vote is more important than yours. Unbelievable. Yes, that was our gaff girl. Exactly, Joe. Exactly. Yes, Kemi, do you want fries with that bad enough? Yes. 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 Wonder if I... No, I don't... Not sure if I... No, I don't have it on here. I'll have to see if I can find that, because that was just... Yeah, exactly. She's a gaff. She's a girl. She's a gaff girl. Dear. Hello, Skywatcher. Hope you're well, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. And welcome to my Friday frolic. And I hope you're very, very well. Yeah, absolutely. That flag obsession is... Yeah. I have to say, when I say... Because like when I was watching the Warwick County Council meeting, and you could spot the refuck nuggets. You know, they were there with, first and foremost, you know, probably got everything set. Union Jack flag on the cover. You just think, really? You know, everybody else not really that bothered, more interested in doing what they can do best for their constituents. They were more interested in sticking a flag up, you know, to make it look as though they're patriotic or something. I have no idea. It just looks embarrassing to me, but what do I know? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. She's so shit. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Graham. Yes, she's just so bad. She just can't do it, can she? Yeah. You know, can you imagine, you know, when it came to the leadership challenge and when they found out that she'd won? Keir Starmer must have been absolutely laughing, because let's be honest, she is, after a year into a job, how many PMQs would you say that she's absolutely bashed him up? I would probably say the last one. You know, just like, especially with the Peter Mandelson bit, that's it. Oh, that would be it, really. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't give reform ideas if it become a government, you know, the legislation, every person in the British Isles must wear Union Jack underwear and knickers and all that. You won't put it past them, and socks. But oh yes. But Lately, Kemi's looking like a character in American Cop show. Da, da, da. Da, da. Da. Right. So. Hold on. Yeah. 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 Hates the series, but pathetic though she is, she's deeply nasty. Well connected race. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree. Yeah, the form of some new eye candy now that to replace Ganny Watka. Yes. Also, they've got the other one. So the other former Tory MP that has joined. I've forgotten her name now. She'll fit right in there as well, but she's a bit of a crank as well. No worries, Alistair. You know, you take care, my good man, and have a lovely weekend. And you too, stay safe with the storm as well. So, oops. Right, let's crack on as we're near to the end. But yeah, I just wanted to check because I just thought it was funny. It was just the rabbit and the headlights look. Now this is hilariously funny. Now, when it comes to the ID cards, it's not really something I'm that really. I'm just indifferent to it, you know. The only thing I would worry about is what type of people would get our details, so to speak. I suppose that'd be the only thing I would be worried about. But I found this little comedy sketch. This is just hilariously funny. This should make you chuckle. Where so like goes on about ID cards, and this is just really funny. Yes, where it talks about the ID cards. Very funny.
Well, it's official, everybody. Rest in peace. The United Great Britain Kingdom. Britain has official fallen. Strama now wants to bring him ID cards. What you need ID for? Don't we go use ID for to get him Aldi? Jesus wept. It is time to invoke the Magnum Cartier. Resist, everybody resist. And they're listening through our phones as well. Not just the phones, other household electrical appliances. Come on, I'll show you. Follow me. Here is this somewhere. Do not trust him. Henry the Hoover. Look at the smug little look on his face. I don't want you gripping for, you grassy little noser cunt. You'll be the first against the wall. Well, guys, there are measures we can take to stop Henry Hoover, the little grass, from snitching on us. Unplug him. Watch, I will show you why. Wimo, you listening, Stroma, you nose again? I'm not listening, carry on as you were. Oh, Jesus wept! Look, guys, this is all we can do. Put your grassy Mauser bastard whilst electrical appliances outside. Look at them. This is the only way we're going to beat it, guys. And I don't know what you're still looking so smug for with that grin on your face. You grassy get. You won't be coming back in here until you can learn to hold your tongue.
Oh,
and you
dear.
won't be sleeping in my bed tonight. Also...
I must admit, the back end, my sound went off again. This is very, very, very interesting. I don't know what happened there, but I'll just check my audio.
Well, it's official, everybody.
Right.
Rest in peace. The United Great
I don't know
Britain
why, but
Kingdom.
my audio
Britain
just
has official fallen. Strama now wants to bring him ID
I don't know what's going on here.
cards.
I can't
What
hear
you
that.
need
It just
ID
suddenly
for?
went
That
off.
might
How
not be
odd. That'll be something I will have to have a sort out. That is something I don't understand and I don't get it. Never mind. But anyway, all I will say is we will just crack on as we're nearing the end. You will be able to hear these little bits of videos where I won't be, because for some strange reason, it's like I can see on the when it comes to my desktop audio, it's going through, but I can't hear it. But I can hear my voice in the chat in my earphone, but I cannot hear the video. It just suddenly went off. How odd. Very, very odd. Also, how about this? But all I will say is there has been another defection. Another defection. Absolutely shocking. Yes. No, it's not from Reform. From Reform to not from Conservative to Reform. No, this is far more serious. This we will find out on BBC One tonight at 9 p.m. where there's been another shocking defection. Hold on to your hats, guys.
Some breaking news. We're going live to a press conference where we're expecting another high-profile political defection.
And now I'd like to introduce to you the newest member of my team, Mr. Ian Haslap.
Thank you. And I'd like to start by saying that it is a huge honour for me to be crossing the floor to join Paul's team. Sadly, my team is dead. It's finished.
Isn't this just a shameless attempt to win points, Mr. Hislop?
No. I've always admired Paul and everything he stands for.
Mr. Merton, you previously called Mr. Hislop a bozo.
That was a compliment.
Thank you.
I love being Hislop's first then. Yes, so a new series of Have I Got News For You starts tonight at 9 o'clock. Of course, I couldn't hear a fucking thing. I don't know what's happened there. But never mind. That is such is life. So, yes, as I say, I haven't... Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah, techno. Reboot, and if all else fails, give it a boot. Yeah, probably will do. Probably will be a boot. I'll say I have no idea what's happened there. I was hearing everything fine, that it just suddenly just went off. I'm going to have to maybe have a little fuck about with this after this finish. But anyway, we've come to near the end, and let's just say, so when somebody mentioned Celine Dion earlier on, and we have Celine, I've gone even better. I've gone even better. This was sent in by my youngest son. He brought this forward, and I had to have a chuckle. And let's go out with a bit of a giggle and a bit of a laugh. With we all remember that heartbreaking film Titanic. You know, where I still remember the little 15-minute classic called Titanic. That were quite funny. But we all remember the heartfelt song from Celine Dion, Our Heart Will Go On. Well, this is a cover of My Heart Will Go On with a difference, and this is where we will let's see if we can sort this out. Oops. It's pretty much, you can see that where you can pretty much, this is a new rendition of My Heart Will Go On in true Friday Frolic style. Take it away. Oops. You can just feel it there, can't you? Come on, everybody join in. Yes, absolutely, truly magnificent. I suppose I was probably the luckiest one. I couldn't hear a fucking thing. Yes. I could tolerate Celine Dion this way. Oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, my good friend Gordon. Hope you're well. It's good to see you anyway. It's yeah, exactly, Billy. Elbows up, elbows up. Yes, yes, yes. I will say is Granny Waddlebottom. The love of your life has been, clearly he's been restringing his guitar, because I get the feeling he's thinking you'll be coming around so he can serenade you with his guitar. Hello, Granny Waddlebottom. Good evening, everyone else. Beloved, hunky, handsome Scouse lad Graham from the Power to the People. He most certainly has, and he's been multitasking, or has been in the chat. He's also been restringing his guitar. No worries, person impersonating, not a problem. And thanks for stopping by. Yeah, exactly. Run, Graham, run. Yes. I think it is. Yes. But anyway. But anyway. Right, I will love you and leave you, seeing as though now I'm having a bit of technical issues with my sound. I've no idea what happened, but we will move on anyway. But all I will say is thanks for stopping by. Thanks for making this laughing with this dour old Yorkshire bloke, and for the last couple of hours, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Take care, my good friends, and if you cannot be good, Be good at it. Take care, my friends.